All right, back at it again. Another episode of the Spin the Wheels, the Pokemon TCG Standard Ladder Gauntlet, where we spin wheels, the wheels give us bad cards, we build the deck out of the bad cards, and we try to win games. And let's get this opened up by starting another spinning the wheel, seeing what V we're going to have to build our deck around. Last time it was Sizer V. We've played with some other ones as well. Inteleon B, the bad one. So this is on here because there are two Inteleon Vs in format, right? There's the one that has the ability that lets you discard a card or like a water energy and then do snipe damage, and that's not one that I have. That's not in my bag of cards or whatever. I just have the one that has max bullet and hydro snipe. So that's what I mean by the bad one. It's of course not like an awful card, but it's less good than the other one, and it's less. We've been getting Melanie a lot. Melanie would be an incredible get here, but I don't expect that to happen. What I do expect to happen is Bug Catcher. So that's less bad than other stuff we could get, because it's super versatile, right? You don't have like any requirements. It's just kind of straight draw, and then there's upside for more draw. So like where like a single strike mustard or like a rapid strike mustard would be a little bit more difficult to get into comboing. Swordward and Shieldbird. That's like one of the worst cards in the format, I think. But anyway, since it's not conditional, right, it's a little bit better. Choose a trainer from your discard pile. Then ask your opponent if you may put it into your hand. If yes, put that card in your hand. If no, draw 3 cards. That's insane. That's so freaking great. I mean, that's like one of the best cards I've ever done. All right, let's spin the Pokemon search wheel here. This will give us like, ball search, stuff like that. There are some supporters on here that it can give us. Dream Ball is kind of interesting. Dream Ball is if you get it off, like if you get Dream Ball off the prize cards, you get to search your deck for a Pokemon and put it onto your bench, right? So you can get out stage 2s, you can get out VMAXs, but it is like a really heavy condition, which of course for our purposes is less good than something like a Quick Ball that we almost got, but instead we got Pokemon Breeders Nurturing, which is like infinitely worse. All right. The only upside to this is that I have some full arts of that, so we get to play with cool full arts. But other than that, that was pretty bad. This is the support Pokemon wheel. This gives us Pokemon that will help make our deck a little bit better or something like that, so hopefully we get something good. Altaria is pretty pog. That's like one of the better ones because it's, it kind of just walls off certain decks. Right, you can do Tempting Tune or you can do Miraculous Charm. I think Miraculous Charm has given us a lot of value in past ones, or in past videos of this, so we're going to go for Miraculous Charm and try and get off that wall ability. Houndoom. I think this is in reference to the Single Strike Houndoom, which of course does not fit at all into our deck like in the slightest, so that's trivial at best. I don't know what the hell we're gonna do here. So we have no single strike synergy, so we'll probably just have to cut the Houndoom, and we'll probably just have to run it with Altaria. Is what I'm expecting. We have enough supporters in the deck that maybe running one copy of this guy is like kind of good, because if we get like, we don't have search, like we don't have an Evo Incense in our deck, but we do have the Pokemon Breeders Nurturing, which might be good enough search for us to get it, get access to this semi consistently, right? Of course, always the problem that you get with one of copies is if you can search it out, then you have like, quote unquote multiple copies of that card. But if you can't search it out, then you're basically running with just one, which is significantly worse, right? Because you have to find that one card in a copy, like in a deck of 60 cards. So I don't know what else we're gonna run here. Everything that we might want to run is probably on the support Pokemon like list, right? Because we might want to run Quick Shooting and Talion, get a little bit more damage buffs. We might want to run like a Jirachi or something to pivot off of into our Altarias, but all of that is going to be on the wheel, right? So all of that is stuff that we can't add to our deck. Maybe there's some kind of water support that we could add. Maybe there's a good water ability that would be useful. I'm not holding out hope. Frostmoth. Let me check to see that Frostmoth isn't on or is on the list, because I might have forgotten that to add it to the list. F A B C D E F. Okay, it's on the list. Of course it is, because it's a good card. Why wouldn't it be on the list, Alex? Come on. All right. Whatever. Huntail's probably not good at all. Huntail's probably actually straight dog water. Kingdra. Not Kingdra. No, not Kingdra. Puku, Mewtwo, and Suicune are obviously all on the list because they're all too good. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Wishy-Washy isn't on the list, but we have no way to get that many energy. Maybe we could try the Deep Sea Swirl Wishy-Washy. Like, just consider this for a second, right? We have 16 Pokemon. We don't have any good draw access in our deck. Maybe we could try, getting draw with Wishy-Washy, I guess. We also don't have energy acceleration, which means maybe we're going to lean into like an energy denial type style, right, with Hydro Snipe. And maybe we don't have to worry about getting the max bullet off, so that the energy drop that we put on this guy doesn't matter as much, because we're focusing more on the Hydro Snipe than the max bullet. I kind of like this. We'll put this up to 4. We'll drop it down to less cards if we find, good enough stuff to add to our deck, right? If we find enough that would make us think the Wishy-Washy isn't worth its place, we'll add some air balloons, of course. We'll add maybe a Parasol. I don't know the matchups well enough to know if Parasol is any good. We could consider Boost Shake. Right, Boost Shake served us well in a couple of other games. Capacious Bucket is probably just better than having like a copy of Water Energy. Like, you'd probably just rather have, 8 and 2 Capacious Bucket Water Energy than just 10 Water Energy straight up. We definitely are going to want hammers in this deck, because if we're leaning into the energy denial strategy, that'll be probably pretty vital. Echoing Horn might be kind of okay, might be something to consider, but I'm not convinced right now. Escape Rope has absolutely been the MVP of these challenges so far, because it's just such good, switching. We also definitely want Fan of Waves, maybe 3 copies. 3 copies. We have no way to get it out of our hand, but we also don't have any reason to want to get it out of our hand other than like thinning purposes. Like, we don't have Mustard or something that has a hand requirement that this would clog up for us. So I think it's okay to add the Fan of Waves. And then with the Swordward and Shieldbird, we get maybe access to multiple copies of this during a game, because we can be like, hey, do you want me to draw 3 cards or get like this pretty bad card out of the discard pile? And they'll be like, get this pretty bad card out of the discard pile. And I'll be like, if I was you, I'd do the same thing. We probably want to add Pokegear for sure. Catcher, we also might want to add. I feel like I've been running too many decks with Catcher though, so I'm gonna decide against it. And it looks like we probably aren't gonna need the Wishy-Washy, because I think we're finding enough like disruption cards here that we might just not want to run Wishy-Washy. Toy Catcher? I don't know if Toy Catcher would be any good. Maybe we could run one of for Toy Catcher. Just cause. I don't know why. Yellhorn probably isn't super great in our deck, but we definitely do want Yell Grunt. Here it is. At least 1 copy, maybe more. We have, a semi-supporter search with the Pokegear, so that's not like incredibly vital. No, I don't need supporters. Then this is probably looking like a Path situation again, because Path is probably just going to be the best stadium we could get in this deck. So we'll have 4 Path. We'll do I don't know what energy count would be consistent in this deck. We'll probably go for 9 energy plus the, I don't know, we probably don't need double turbo. We'll cut the wishy-washy. The wishy-washy was a good idea, but we don't need double turbo, I think. Maybe we could run 8 and 1 or something and just have 1 double turbo. And if we're running double turbo, we might as well just run twin instead, right? Because then it doesn't take away from the damage output that we get, and it doesn't, like, we don't need it to provide more than 1 energy because Inteleon doesn't have an attack cost that would need it to do that. So I kind of feel good about this energy alignment. Then we have the 2 Capacious Bucket. We just have to find 6 cards to cut. Dream Ball is pretty garbage. I think we just get rid of that. Toy Catcher we might be able to dump. Pokemon Breeders Nurturing we might not need this many copies of. And also the same thing can be said about any number of supporters we have in this deck. I feel like maybe if we just have 9 draw supporters, that might be good enough. So maybe we cut this down, we cut this down to that, and then we can go add another Yell Grunt, and Yell Grunt might just be better. Maybe we go 2 and 3 on this, and then we just have a little bit more of an energy denial strategy. And yeah, let's run with this. Let's see how this works. Let's hop on over to the standard ladder, and we'll see if we can get some dubs with a pretty bad deck that has some wings. Like maybe it'll work, right? We've got like a strategy at least this time, which is more than we can say for most of these. So we'll see how it goes. Real voice reveal, by the way. Lost the flip. Empoleon coin. This is pick goes hard. Feel free to screenshot for that coin. This would have been a great hand. We had hammers. We had Path to the Peak. We had Bug Catcher. We had Yell Grunt. We had Bucket. We had everything you need in a balanced and nutritious breakfast. So that's, that would have been nice. This, you know what? I was going to say I can't complain, but I can complain. This is pretty bad. Unless we're looking at a deck that is, okay, and we're not looking at a deck that Altaria is good against. We're looking at Regigigas, which is probably going to absolutely squash us. Unless we get out Inteleons early. And we don't have any good kind of energy. Like, energy denial is good, but it's probably not great against this deck. Maybe what we can do is get them to get all their energy into play or in their discard pile, and then we use, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It seems not great. There's a Registeel. Yeah, but what we could try to do is we could try and get all their energy into play, and then we could try and put it into their hand to deny them, right? Because that they have to use the energy for, that's a freaking god turn. That's incredible. Why am I not playing with this deck? I know. It's because the wheels haven't allowed me. Yeah, we'll go Fan of Waves here. We'll get rid of the lightning because it makes it less likely. Probably the lightning energy is less good. No, the capture energy is probably less good. Yeah, so this is just an all-around probably good decision here. Yeah, because the lightning energy makes it less likely for him to be able to get his attack cost for the next turn and consequently donk us. Of course, top decking research, that would get him in a better position to do that, for sure. There's a Hisuian Heavy Ball. He's going to get out a Regidrago, which means the Heavy Ball is going to go into the discard, or into the prize cards. There's an Aurora energy. He'll have to find another Lightning energy if he wants to get out of KO here. Choice Belt is kind of scary. Choice Belt means he's got Oko range for our Inteleons. Which means, that's just like all around awful for us. And yeah, our chances here, our opportunities are getting bleak, are getting slim. He did manually retreat into the Regidrago. I guess he's gonna thin out his hand so we can go Dragon Sword, and get some draw, which I can't fault him for. He'll put back in the other Regidrago. How many? He's got plenty of energy in his discard pile for this to be useful. Dude, this deck is so good. I love this deck. I hate that it's gonna beat me. I hate that it's gonna beat me by like miles. We'll just put these down just to get him out of the deck, right? In case he Marnies us. We also can't attack. I don't know why I did that. I don't know. The 20 damage wouldn't have been good for anything. Probably getting the cards out of the deck is worth it. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't looking great. This is not looking great. We also don't have catcher, which means we can't ever strand anything in the active. He's also going to start taking knockouts here. I think we can, after we see our top deck, we can just resign with grace. And, you know, say you're probably just the better gamer, allegedly. Or maybe you just have a good deck. I don't know. We'll never know. Off the top deck, we get escape rope. Yeah. I mean, that's like kind of okay, but he's got the energy in his discard pile. He can just put up something with the 2 retreat cost, retreat it, get the follow-up knockout. So this is fine. That was unfortunate. That was a bad deck to run into with this one. Let's go ahead and let's spin our wheel of solitude, our wheel of making us feel better or something. Let's take a spin. Let's see if we can get something good to add to our deck, potentially. You know, that'd be pretty interesting. Add 6 ball cards. So this is probably going to be Ultra Balls, you know, Quick Balls, stuff like that. So anything that is a ball card. Dream Ball was garbage. Ball Guys also garbage. Level Ball could be good. With 6, we could go 2 Level Ball, 2 Quick Ball, or 4 Quick Ball, and then we don't have to add Ultra Ball, right? Ultra Ball might be kind of bad for what we're trying to get done here. So I think I like maybe a 3-3 split of Quick Ball, Level Ball, because Level Ball might just be a little bit better. We could also go 2-4 where we only do Level Ball. And we kind of lean in a little bit more to the Altaria strategy. I think we definitely get rid of Toy Catcher. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. I think we'd rather have the guaranteed draw than the Swordward and Shieldbert. We'll probably dump a Yell Grunt as well. We'll also probably dump 1 Path and a Fan of Waves, probably. And then we'll go 1-2. I think we do 3-3. I think we do a 3-3 split. And we go 3 Level Ball, 3 Quick Ball. And now our deck should be that much more consistent. And, you know, we should be able to get a little bit closer to a dub here. So let's go. Let's see if we can get anything remotely resembling a win. Won the flip. We're gonna go first, always. We're definitely gonna go first. Inteleon, Quick Ball start, Pokegear start, all really good cards to start out with. We also have an Altaria. We also have an attachment. We also have, you know, Energy Denial. And we're playing the same damn deck. Which is unfortunate to say the least. There's no other case where he would be running Registeel if it wasn't the Regi deck, right? So we can probably just get rid of Altaria. Get ourselves out another Inteleon, make sure we don't draw into that. We could have considered, I forgot we had the other Altaria in our deck, we could have considered a Swablu. Just because, you know, this Inteleon isn't in immediate danger of getting knocked out. So we could have gone Swablu instead. I'm not too shaken up about it. I think this is probably okay. He's got energy in the discard pile. If he gets a Regigigas, he'll be able to do 220 damage minus 100. So he'll only be doing 100 damage next turn. Only be doing 120 damage next turn. He went Quick Ball for Regidrago, which means he probably has access to... Okay, no, I guess he's just going to go for the... I don't know, maybe he's expecting that I run Melanie or something. I guess, yeah, I could have gone for Regigigas. I'm not exactly sure why he didn't, but I'm not complaining. Pokegear failing isn't exactly what we'd like to see here. Um, we prefer Fan of Waves, right? We definitely prefer Fan of Waves. Get him to use his attachment. Then where is the snipe shot going to be most useful? I think we definitely go attach here, right? Because the upside of being able to hit with a snipe shot, not a snipe shot, a hydro bullet is probably too good to pass up. I think we'll probably be seeing this guy in the active a lot. We'll probably be seeing this guy staying on the bench. This guy might attack because it's lightning. I don't know, but this guy's already into a KO range of the hydro bullet, so I think we'll just do 40 here. And we'd probably like to target the Regieleki at some point with the hydro bullet. There's the Regigigas. Let's see if he has a switch out. If he has a switch out, he should be able to get the Registeel out of the active. This guy's ability only works if he has everything, which would mean... Okay, so he couldn't have used the ability last turn, which is why he went for the... And he has the Scoop Up Net, and he's going to get a Terra Spark off, and we're going to say goodbye to our 4 energy, or 2 energy, which is really all that we have. So that's not great. Yeah, this one's not looking good. Damn, I thought we had a chance, but we just went up against, this deck twice, and it matched up better against us than anything has in the history of the game. Yeah, we're not going to prolong the inevitable. That was just sad. That was just a piss poor, unlucky performance. Let's roll the damn wheel again. Let's get some better cards, please. I don't know. There's probably not too much else that we could add to our deck that would make it, too much better. Add 2 Pokemon with abilities, sure. That might be kind of good. We could go for like a Frostmoth or something. We could go Frostmoth, and then the Snoms we can just add anytime we want. Oh, okay, Energy Acceleration, so we didn't even need to worry about it. So I guess we'll go Frostmoth, Snom, something like that. And I kind of like the energy denial aspect of this deck. Maybe we'll cut down the Altaria line to just like a 3-2 or something. Then we'll go, not Denom, Snom. We'll go, right, this one. We could do a 3-2 line. We have Quick Ball, and we have, yeah, I know, I'm aware. We have Level Ball, so we shouldn't be too worried about getting it out. Add 2 Pokemon with abilities. I don't know if there's anything good that we could add. Let me see. I don't know. Crobat we could consider. Drizzile we could consider. Yeah, we could get like a 1/1 Inteleon line. We could try Ludicolo. Ludicolo might be kind of good. Could add just a Puku Mewtwo. Oh, that's probably it. Here, we'll go Puku Mewtwo and 1 Suicune. And that'll be pretty good, right? That'll just be a nice way to round out water attackers. And then this guy we can just get searchable via Level Ball. And this guy's searchable via Quick Ball, and then we just have to cut 4 cards out of our deck. Definitely Nurturing can go. Pokegear's got to stay. Everything else here's got to stay. Twin Energy, 1 can go. You can dump 1 for sure. And then maybe 1 Hammer. Yeah, sure. Let's run it with this. All right. All right. This is our last chance. This is our last chance to get a win with this deck. If we don't get a win here, we lose the challenge. We lose the challenge. All right, we lost the flip. Good start. Inteleon, Path Pokegear? I don't know. It's not awful. It could be worse. Of course, the best we can get off Pokegear is Bug Catcher, which might be the worst that I was talking about. There's an Arceus, which means we might be able, but also a level ball, which means we probably won't be able to get like too much success with our, the Altaria, right? He's running double turbo, obviously, which inhibits us from being able to, but he might run out of double turbo. And if he doesn't run regular water energy, then he can't get off the 120 attack with, yes, this is all good. This is all good. I'll go Snipe Shot, I think, right? I don't remember how much HP Drizzile has. Drizzile has 90 HP, right? So the Snipe Shot here puts Drizzile in range of a Hydro Bullet. If we can somehow get that to fall. I should have added Melanie. Dude, what the hell am I doing adding Frostmoth? I should have added Melanie. That would have been so good. Well, so good might be like a bit of a stretch. It might have still been relatively garbage compared to every other deck in the game, but it would have like maybe had a chance of winning. All right, backs against the wall here. What can we do? Drizzile goes Shady Dealings. Maybe he's looking for an Evo Incense. Yeah, there it is. He'll get V-Star out. He does miss, like he missed the attachment this turn, or last turn, thanks to our Fan of Waves, which is good for us. Maybe that means he won't be able to Trinity Nova. Training Court means he runs basic energy. We just have to hope it's not basic water. But bumping the Path to the Peak gives him access to Starbirth, which is pretty bad. I guess we'll see a lot more about what his strategy is, what he's running Arceus with, as a result of that Starbirth. So that might be, silver lining or whatever. Obviously, we would have preferred for the Path to the Peak to stick. We can, again, drop our own. We could, we can bump the Training Core. And he's running Flying Pikachu, which means he runs Water Energy, which means this thing can kill our Altaria for sure. He also doesn't have energy. And he's dead drawing, because he went for... What did he get off Starbirth, man? What are you thinking? This is good. So we bump, like this doesn't help us at all, but maybe it gives him less access to energy. We'll bump that, we'll evolve. We'll hold on to the Air Balloon. We'll also hold on to the Pokegear, and we'll go Hydro Snipe. And, yeah. We'll just apply a little bit of pressure, right? If we could get an attachment off next turn, then we'd be able to max bullet in 2 turns, which might be good. He had Shady Dealings in his hand. That's why he didn't get anything better off Starbirth. Because you can just go for a supporter here, or Capacious Bucket or something like that, and just get straight up some attachments. Man, Melanie would have been so good. There's a Research. There's a Quick Ball. Quick Ball might go for another Arceus, or probably Sobble. Yeah, he'll go for Sobble, right? Yeah. There goes a Raihan, which means we probably have to worry about that just in the future down the road, if that's something that comes up. Palpad is going to put the Raihan back in the deck. And also Boss, I think he discarded. No, that was probably the other guy. There's a Research. He discards a Path, which isn't good for us. By all metrics. This is not looking good. He's also running Fighting Energy, which is kind of intriguing. We'll Pokegear, try and get a Bug Catcher. There's a Bug Catcher. Highly unlikely that we got 3 Bug Catchers with 38 cards left in the deck, but I'm not complaining. There's an attachment, which is pretty good. Trinity Nova, if he finds the double turbo next turn, is going to do 210. If we hit for Hydro Snipe next turn, we can return this energy to his hand, which seems incredible, and he won't be able to Trinity Nova. We don't have any way to chase the Arceus, but he can't hit into us next turn, I think. My understanding of it it doesn't look like he'll be able to hit into us next turn. We could go level ball for Piku Miku. I don't know if that's super worth it. We don't have... Could go quick ball for Snom, maybe. Dump the air balloon, I guess. Because we don't super need the air balloon. We'd probably go quick ball away the Altaria, to be in all honesty. You know what? We probably also have a 4/4 line of Inteleon VMAX. We'd probably just dump the Inteleon VMAX, to be honest. Okay, there it is. I was gonna freak out if they were all gone. Yeah, we could grab a Snom here, and then off next turn's level ball, we could go ahead and grab a Frostmoth. I mean, maybe we get Suicune. This would have been so much better if I had added Melanie. Melanie would have been incredible in this deck. That's like a huge misstep for me. But whatever, I guess we'll just have to hope we get the last bug catcher in our deck off of this Pokegear. Yes, put that back in your hand, please. Alright, so he's down to 160 HP, which puts him in range of the max bullet. Off of the max bullet, we can hit for 60, probably onto the Inteleon. And then we can work towards angling him out of the game with the Altaria, potentially. And he just concedes. Let's go, man. I'm still undefeated in these challenges. Let's go. He couldn't handle the energy suppression. Right, one route that he might have had is he could have gotten the Arceus out at the active, made an attachment, but he probably assumed I played boss, because why wouldn't you play boss on the standard ladder? It doesn't matter, whatever. There's a dub for you. Hope you enjoyed the content. Appreciate you for watching the video.